Hi guys, welcome back. Today I'm here going to talk about a match preview, not a match analysis. In fact, about today's game between India and New Zealand happening in Dharamshala. So, as you all know, it's a very scenic ground. The backdrop has the Himalayas in it. There's a lot of talk about the outfield because we know how muddy the outfield is when you slide. You can see a lot of mud coming out. The grass is not laid properly because, as we know, it's a new relaid pitch according to the ICC rules. So they have just ran it. I think hopefully as the game goes on in Dharamshala, this is I think the third or fourth game. Hopefully the outfield does become better for the fielders to field in. That is one of the main concerns of regarding how the outfield will be. But not going to by anything by that. Let's go to the pitch. The Dharamshala is known to have a bit of extra bounce and a bit of turn as well. So considering how our top order is, and that's the main threat I think in this game is regarding how India's top four will bat against the Kiwi Pacers early on in the innings. Under the likes of Trent Bolt and other Matt Henry, with the Lockie Ferguson, they all will get an extra zip in this pitch, especially because we expect today's condition to be a bit overcast. It's sunny right here, but in Dharamshala it's going to be a bit of overcast, which will help the ball move around a bit more. And it won't be easy. I think the four games which we saw India play, we saw Australia, how we were treating at 1 for 3 or 2 for 3 initially, and then the middle order of Kohli and Rahul rescued us. It should not be a similar story because we want our top four to perform more often than not. Of course, after the first game, Rohit has really shown his class apart. He's taken on the bowlers irrespective of who the opposition is, and that's a really good sign for all us India fans. I hope he continues the same and doesn't change anything because the opposition is New Zealand. Otherwise, it does have all the facets of an interesting game. At the top of the table clash, both the teams have won 4 games. It's not just a matter that they have won 4 games, but in fact how they won it. They made a statement, like they're coming out playing positive brand of cricket, not looking just to play the traditional ODI format, how you start slowly and then capitalize later. Rohit Sharma is going on from ball number 1 itself and just teeing out there, looking for a very positive approach in this year's World Cup. So that's another way of how India has regrouped and how they are playing this tournament, and it's a very interesting fashion for me to watch the ODI cricket of India this coming way. On the other hand, New Zealand, they are a slightly more timid approach. They are following, you could say, the pattern of ODI cricket, how it's gone for generations, believing in getting a good start, not losing early wickets on top of in the first 10 overs, first 20 overs, and then capitalize towards the last 10 to 15 overs in the back end of the innings. Because we all know how New Zealand are as a side. They are really dangerous. They have Darren Mitchell as well, Tom Latham down the order, Mitch Sandner, we saw a cameo from him as well. So they have players who can perform anytime given. So I understand their point of view as well, saving the wickets early on and then going for a more aggressive approach with the last 10. But that can prove to be a bit fatal at times because we have seen in India pitches how the pitch slow down after probably 35, 36 overs and it becomes tough to bat. So maybe that can be a point of worry and going forward in the tournament as a pitch deteriorates in every venue. That's one area I think teams will have to keep in mind because we've seen a lot of teams doing the same approach, but that might have to change in coming games. And another thing regarding this game is how India coped the void of Hardik Pandya, because he's been the solid balance between the middle order and then the lower order. So who will come in place of him is the question. Probably you can get someone like Rumu Shadul, get in Shami, and then get in place of Pandya, get in Surya Kumar. They have to do a bit of changes, but it's going to be an interesting change. Game is probably 1 hour, 1.5 hours away from now when I'm speaking. It's going to be surely a cracker of a game. Both teams will be looking to cut each other's first loss. It's going to be a quite challenging game, quite an intriguing game. The second half of the tournament is starting from today, I believe. The 4 games are done for each. Game number 5 onwards is the second part of the tournament. So, has all in it, my star players for India in this game in batting department has to be the openers Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill, and probably someone like a KL Rahul and Virat Kohli. Just Virat Kohli because of the way he's playing right now. He's in sublime touch, and I think he has to hold the key with KL Rahul in that middle. Because in place of Hardik Pandya, even if you get someone like an Ashwin or Surya Kumar, you know how Surya Kumar has proved in ODI. He has had an off and on run, only a few good scores. So I'm not trusting much in that department right now as a fan or as a sports analyst. But I would say, yeah, Rohit, Gill, Kohli, and Rahul, these four are the main for India in this game. They want to prove and play well in this game against the Black Caps. And in the bowling department, of course, I think it's going to be again the pace striker for India, Bumrah, Siraj, and if Shami comes in, he can prove as well, and Kuldeep Yadav, because we did see how Netherlands did get a bit of purchase of the Dharamshala pitch. So just considering that fact, I would go with Kuldeep Yadav as a possible threat for the Black Caps in the middle overs, especially in the game. On the other hand, for New Zealand, in place of Williamson is a big miss, of course, because he knows in case there's a collapse how to handle it. But I would go with their main players in the batting department. Has to be Devon Conway again at the top of the order, with Darren Mitchell for me and Tom Latham. These three hold the key, especially from overs 1 to overs 36, 37, you could say. And of course, Glenn Phillips, how he can finish the game off for New Zealand towards the end, last 10 overs. And whether that be in the first innings or the second innings, that is an important facet for me to look forward to, how New Zealand play. And again, the bowling department, I think they should get in Ish Sodhi now in this type of pitch, especially conditions, which does favor a bit of turn. But the most danger will be Trent Bolt and Matt Henry for me on top of the order, and Logie Ferguson, especially from overs 20 to 30, 35, because he comes in that spell. But yeah, early on, how India batters especially negate the swing conditions from Bolt and Henry is going to be a challenge. All in all, my prediction is saying that India will win this game, but it won't be an easy win. It will be probably quite a close contest going into the last 5 to 6 overs of the game. So looking forward to this one. That's why this is a special video which I'm uploading. I'm putting a preview. I'm not doing a match analysis here because it's clearly excitement in the air. It's India's first main challenge, I think you could say, after the Australia game which we played first up. So looking forward to this game. My prediction is 55-45 in India's favor, but anything can happen. This is a sport and we have seen a few upsets in this tournament. But so I'm not clearly going with any team as a favorite, because India or New Zealand both are really strong and dominant. Anyone can win on any given day for them. So looking forward to what should be an enticing contest in Dharamshala today. See you guys later. Thank you.